So, as a man, when you try to live on your own, then you have to like follow a family member. And I just try to like follow my own path, my own 2 feet. My brother, I haven't heard from. He came by on Tuesday, the 11th, March 11th. And he, I haven't heard from him for a while. I texted him Thursday. I said good morning to him, but he didn't say anything to me. And I'm just sitting here like, maybe he was asleep or at work or at home. I don't know. And I'm just sitting there like, hey, are you going to say anything to me? I guess I'm like, are we still family? Because it didn't look like you're not going to talk to me. Because my brother, he's going on vacation pretty soon. And I'm going to have to figure this out on my own. And then she just like, oh, he barely responds to my texts, my calls, and I'm just sitting there like, okay. And there's times where I learned how to back off and just live my life. I'm hurt. I never felt so alone in my life. So I haven't been over his house in a while. My brother calls me autistic. He said I have autism. I don't think I am. I don't think I have it. So when you try to live your life from a different point of view, I told my brother when he came over here and said, I'm like, you're wrong. And I told him I was offended when he said that to me. I'm very upset. I'm like, you offended me. You don't do that to me. So, and I just told him, like, you're wrong. And I told him he was wrong when he fired me. And I'm just angry because he just thinks he's better than me. I've been following that guy since I was like 10 years old. I'm not 10 anymore. I'm a grown man. I'm 30. I'm following him most of my life. I'm not going to be following him the rest of my life. I want new friends. And my brother acts like I have to talk to his friend. I try talking to his friends. They ignore me. They ignore me like I don't exist. I remember I was on Facebook one time and I commented on one of his friends. One of his friends said something on Facebook. And they was like, I said, I hope it works out for you, brother. And the guy didn't say anything to me. I'm like, okay, cool. Didn't say nothing. That's cool. I just brush it off like it was cool. So, Brenton, my other brother, was like, why should they say something to you? They just being respectful. My feelings were kind of hurt. So, like that just makes me just feel like I got punched in the stomach or just got hurt. And I'm hurt because Shaquan fired me, even though I called him and told him, like, hey, I'm running late. The bus is running late. I'm on my way. And I still told him, and he just fired me. So, all right. Shaquan just, you know, he got kids. He got a family. I ain't got nothing. All I got is my fam. All I got is my friends and myself, and I got my dad. And that's right. My dad has colon cancer. I'm gonna have a feeling that I'm gonna lose him, and stuff is gonna all crashing down on me. I found out my dad had colon cancer. I think it was over 1 year ago. It was like last year before New Year's, and I told him, I was like, "Hey, what's the result?" He was like, "I have it." I'm okay. I would just support my dad. Anything I can do that I can to support him. And he's just like, "Oh, and my dad is going through health problems. You know, I used to watch my dad from 2015 to 2017, back when we were living at the other apartment down in Kansas City. And so I used to get paid for watching him, and I had to just watch him. So, and I don't know, I had 3 jobs. So, people say, my brother Q says I'm grateful. I was like, you know what, Shaquan? What I am grateful for is being alive. Because he just thinks he knows everything. So I'm like, oh, this is great. This is fantastic, And, he just like, oh, I asked him, how did he become friends? How did he get that? He was talking to somebody. I mean, this is when I was still working at that time. He, was in the office, and I said something. I'm like, hey, I was talking to my friend Kimberly, and she was like, oh, I was like, are you eating wings? I was like, wish I had some wings. I'm like, and she was like, oh, they was watching, it was during the Super Bowl when the Philadelphia Eagles played the Chiefs. Still a Chief fan. I'm a football fan. Chiefs is my team. I was like, hey, I wish I had some wings. And I'm like, hey, what's going on? And my brother was like, these are my wings. You can't have none. And I was like, hey, like, what are you guys talking about? So I'm like leaving the office, and my brother's in the office, and he's like, bye. And I'm like, later, man. He was trying to talk, he was talking to her, but there was just a rumor of them talking, and he was, I don't know, I think he dated time to time. So I'm sitting there like, I remember, like, when you've been single for 12 years, and it's just like, oh, nothing new happens. And then she's just like, oh, I asked him, how did he talk? How did he know that female? I was like, how did you get her? How did you get to know her? And he don't say nothing to me. He don't say nothing to me. It's just blank. He doesn't say nothing to me. I was like, okay, Shaquan. So basically, that was a red freaking flag. Now when you try to figure out something, and then you find out something later, and then it's like another story. I'm upset because my brother's, I'm over it, but I'm still mad that my brother fires me. And then he's just like, oh, I even tried talking to him to get my job back. He was like, oh, you can't get your job back. No, he did say I can get my job back. but I had to give my bank account to him. He's gonna take over my bank account. I was like, okay. I said, hey, I'll let you know what's going on. I'm not giving my bank account. And I told him, like, hey, well, I'll have access to my money. He said no, not for a while. I was like, okay. So I was like, yeah, forget that. And then I tried giving him my bank account. And then he was like, oh, it's solid now. I don't want it. And I'm like, okay. And I still try asking him for my job. He was like, no, Chris, you can't have your job back. I'm like, okay. So I was like, yeah, I got to move on. But he worries about me drinking Monsters and Red Bulls and stuff. He says it's not healthy. And the only reason I was drinking those energy drinks because I was working late. I was working 12 hours every single freaking day, like maybe 2 or 3 days. And those gave me what I needed. Those gave me what I needed, and I just needed it. I needed it. I'm sorry. I got a problem. I'm addicted to energy drinks, and I got a problem. I got to stop. I can't, man, I can't stop drinking it. It's so good. So, yeah, but I don't drink alcohol though. Been sober for like 3 years now. I think 2 or 3 years now. So, my problem, and everybody at the job was just saying, Chris, it's not good. It's not healthy for you. I was like, yes, I know. I need this. I'm a hard worker. I worked really hard there. I was a hard worker. I did everything. I was a hard worker. So, and I was putting in that work. What was I about to say? Oh, anyway, so yeah, I've been there for like 3 years. Shaquan just, he's the night boss, the manager, and I'm just sitting there like, you know what, man? I don't know about you, but I need to I gotta move on. And I just don't care anymore, And he's just like, we may be brothers, but me and him are different. We are completely opposite and different. Known you for 15 years, man. You know me for 15 years. Mackenzie, his wife, known me for 12 years. Shaquan and my dad has known me for a long time. I just don't understand when did people too busy to talk because they're working. I understand that they're busy, but Shaquan, oh man, it's just I was there when my brother proposed to Mackenzie in Texas. I think this was like 5 or 4 years ago, Dallas, Texas, and then I was there, and his other family was there, my dad and everybody else was there. And went to the freaking wedding, and I got married. Yeah, I remember that. I'm just sitting there, like, I'm just living my life. I might have to go to Cali and go to Los Angeles, and visit some other side of the family because I'm going through it right now. I've been going through it for past couple of days now. And today's the 19th. It's Wednesday. Yeah, I need a vacation badly. Really freaking bad. Oh, my gosh. Brother gets on my nerves. His wife gets on my nerves. And I had the audacity to be nice and say happy birthday to her, and she didn't say nothing to me. I was like, okay, bye. I did my part. I'm moving on. I'm tired. Making me angry and all this other stuff. I have to learn how to let things freaking go. Because if I don't, then it's just gonna hold a grudge against me. And I have this grudge against my brother because he has a job, he has a truck, a family, a wife, a house. I don't have that. I take the bus. And I've been taking the bus for like maybe 2 or 3 years now, for a long time. And I just don't understand, Shaquan like to be smart. And he's just like, he thinks he knows everything. But I've been around him for a long time now. And Shaquan he thinks he can outsmart me. Pretty much. So I think Shaquan is in his 30s and I'm in my 30s. I'm not in my 20s no more, you guys. I'm in my 30s now. So my birthday's in 5 months. I need to try to figure out what I'm going to do. I'm really hurt. I'm heartbroken. I feel that they don't want to talk to me or they don't want to be bothered with me. I just feel like I'm ignored. I feel like I'm a ghost. I don't, they don't want to be bothered with me, but it's fine. So, I'm hurt because I'm a human being. I have feelings. I'm made flesh and blood. I bleed to death. Oh, when I was at Metro, PCS, no, I think it was T-Mobile. My nose was bleeding. When I was a kid and a teenager, I used to get a lot of nosebleed, and I don't know, I think it was hot yesterday. It was really hot, and I was in T-Mobile store, and my nose was bleeding. So, I used to get a lot of nosebleeds, and I still do, just haven't happened in a while. It was bleeding yesterday, so Shaquan, my nose was bleeding, and I was drinking a Red Bull yesterday. Yeah, that's what's going on. My birthday's in 5 months. I need to try to figure out what I'm going to do. I might not celebrate my birthday, to be honest. Might not do anything. I might go for a walk or something. Listen to some music. I don't get out that much no more. Because I'm afraid that fear is holding me back. And I'm feared because I'm scared. Because I might, people are after me. So, yeah, I'll be like, oh, who's that? And I'll be like, oh, that's Christian. So, yeah, CT is going through a lot. I'm going through a lot, and I don't care. I don't care for my brother no more. My brother Brenton was like, why should your brother help you go his way? He's helped you enough. I'm like, that's fair enough. I need to live my own life. But, I'm hurt because they don't want to talk to me. They're too busy to talk to me. They're too busy and good to talk to me because they have lives. And I live my freaking life.